God. I swear to God, we're not doing this on purpose. All right. Well, welcome to the podcast. Oh, my God. I'm your host, Ed Rios. And this is, Martin Aguero is my right hand guy.
You want to start a sixth podcast?
No, let's not.
Do you want to start that over again?
Let's not. Welcome to the podcast, everybody. Peaks and Valleys podcast. I'm Ed Rios. Next to me is my ride and die, Martin Aguero. Hello, Martin Aguero. And next to us, we have an amazing guest, an awesome guest who's been putting up with our shit, my shit actually, for the past week here, and that would be one and only Alex Setzer. Everybody, give him a round of applause.
Ooh. Feels like a deja vu. Like if I've like relived this already.
Feels like this is the third time we've tried this.
Yeah.
Maybe like this is just a sign I shouldn't have been on it.
I'm dead. Okay, yeah. So how was everybody's holiday?
Is my mic live?
Yeah, your mic is good this time.
I want to make sure that if I talk, you can hear me.
Yeah, I can
you?
hear you.
Is it up?
Yeah, it's on. Hey, say something, Martin.
All right. So my holiday was pretty good.
Yeah, see.
New Year's was fun.
Just needs to be
Christmas was fun.
put up a
So
bit.
yeah, you said you're giving gifts this year rather than getting.
Yeah, we're at the age where you start to give out gifts instead of receive them. So
Really?
it actually feels pretty good. So
Like, did you get any Christmas presents under the tree?
not for me, no.
No, I had a couple, and I remember just felt like I was 5 again. And I was like, I don't want to feel like I'm 5. Like I'm 23, man. I'm about to graduate college. I shouldn't be unwrapping presents under the tree.
Oh.
But yeah, it was still fun. It's still Christmas is always a good holiday when you're with family. You know.
New Year's? How was your New Year's?
I don't even remember New Year's Eve, dude.
Oh, then that means it was a good New Year's.
It was a good New Year's Eve. I don't remember it that much though. A lot of champagne.
So Mr. Ed Rios, how was your holidays?
Oh, Edward, my holiday was fun. I was at Casey's at New Year's and we were partying. You should have been there. We've invited you, but I'm pretty sure you already had
Martin
plans.
doesn't go to parties.
I know that. That's a streak that you're still going with.
I'm gonna one day I'm gonna go, but I'm not gonna tell anybody. It's gonna be just like a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, are you gonna try to is it gonna be a surprise party for someone and then you go and that's the surprise and then you kind of like
No,
upstage
the surprise,
everyone?
No, the surprise is that I just show up at a party.
Yeah, you're gonna upstage someone.
Yeah, there you go.
just come in just like Kramer from Seinfeld, pop in. Except
Oh,
opposite
no,
because
it'd
you're
be
more
like-
silent.
Come in very
Very
slow,
quiet.
constant pace. You won't even know he's there for like an hour, and they're like, "Holy shit, Martin's here!"
Yeah, it was a good holiday for me. I had family over and we did cool stuff. So yeah, it was pretty good. The party was fun. We shot fireworks. Martin, that would have been fun if you were there. If you would have had fireworks.
Shot fireworks in Casey's yard?
Yeah, in front of Casey's front yard.
Oh.
Shot them at people, dude.
Yeah,
You shot 'em
almost
at people
literally.
walking their dogs, dude.
Oh God.
It was loud as hell, dude. I gotta show you a video of it. Yeah, so that's cool. So everyone's here again because I fucked up not once but twice. Once the first time because I tried to transfer the files over to an external hard drive and the files got corrupted. And then this time around we were just recording, but Martin's microphone was muted.
He muted Martin.
It's
One
as
guy
if you already needed muting already.
The one guy that holds his podcast together, you tried to shine on,
I
dude.
fucking tried to take over. Oh, I'm so sorry, Martin, dude. That's fucked. I forgot to I turned off the button.
It's a part of the film industry, right? Because we're in the film industry and we always do, take one,
Take two.
take two, take three.
Yeah, but it's never
It's just a third take,
never feels good. Especially when the first take was really fucking good. It was a really good episode, and I still I hate myself. I messed up that data. Like it's fucked up too. Like we hear each other, and then there's nothing, and then it comes back again, and then it just cuts off, and I'm like fuck. So I was like, God damn it. So I had to text you all to come back again, but I always like seeing your faces. So it's always good to argue with Alex about things like there's no air in space
Well, like, I was just a little confused because of Ad Astra. I thought the monkey was floating in space. And did you see Ad Astra?
No, I haven't seen that.
Have you seen any movie this year?
Nope.
None. You didn't see a single
No,
movie?
no, that is not true. We went to go see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood
Last year.
last year.
He said,
Oh
this
my
year.
God, Martin.
A good one.
Okay,
I mean,
you know, I set myself up for that. I've been playing on this 2020 fucking year gag
Oh,
for
this
too
is,
long.
this
Okay?
is gonna be
Let's
a
move on
running
from
one.
This, okay.
All
In
right.
2019,
Yeah.
did you see any movie?
We saw
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
Um,
and that was it. That's
think-
the only movie I went to go
that's the
see
only
with
movie
you.
I've seen the past year.
What'd you think?
It was a good movie.
You watched
Yeah,
a lot of Tarantino movies, or
I've seen most of them.
you seen all of them?
Yeah, I've seen Pulp Fiction, all the Kill Bills, Once Upon a Time, Inglourious Bastards,
Did you see Django?
Django. Yes,
I like
I've seen
Django a lot.
Django.
I liked it. What'd you think of Once Upon a Time?
I thought it was good.
Really?
Yeah, you know, it has all the people I like.
Leonardo DiCaprio,
DiCaprio's always good.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
You sound like People magazine too. Got all the people we like.
Yeah, all the people. You know, it was good. It was enjoyable.
What about the end? Did you like the end? Because that's what tripped me up. Is like I felt like it was too violent at the end.
Oh, in the pool of the.
Well, the flamethrower I was
Flamethrowers?
fine with. Spoiler: the flamethrower I was fine.
Well, I
with.
mean, the movie's been out for a while, so I think it's fair.
Okay, well, I'm so
Fair
I just in case,
Yeah,
but
okay.
like where he flames her with the flamethrower. I was okay with that because like it was kind
Yeah.
of
Was
set
it?
up.
Was
I
it?
thought it was funny too, like because that was like really unbelievable. Like where he like when he takes the girl's head and just starts bashing it against like the granite.
Yeah.
The
I
dog
was
was there
like,
too, wasn't it?
Huh?
There was a dog in there too.
Yeah,
wasn't
and
there?
then he chewed on that guy's nuts, and I was like, that was where I was like, oh man, this is a little violent. This is a little violent. I mean, I'm always.
That's classic Tarantino
Yeah.
at the end, though.
I know, but I mean, like, cause the guy I was watching with was Casey, and not Casey Zenner, Casey Brown,
Okay.
and he wanted to knuckle touch me in that, like during that moment, because he was so pumped about it. I was like, you psychopath, no! I'm like, this is brutal, dude. I remember it was just, yeah, it was a little too violent for me, for my liking anyway. I still think it's a good movie.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna hate on Once Upon a Time like it's a bad piece of film, but I mean, just at the end it was a little too violent.
I enjoyed it thoroughly. Yeah, but that was the only movie we saw together.
Did you see any other ones, Martin?
But he did not go see Ad Astra.
You didn't see Ad Astra?
No,
That's a fucking awesome movie.
I think that's the only movie I've seen in like the past year.
Wow, Martin.
Come on,
You really got to take
Aren't
you
you
out
a
to go.
film major?
Yeah, I'm like the anti like film
We
major.
really got to take you out to go see some movies.
Yeah. What about you, Ed? What was the best movie last year that you've seen?
The best movie that I saw last year was The Lighthouse.
Lighthouse. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good movie. That's a
Lighthouse.
fucking weird one.
Lighthouse. Robert Eggers he knows what he's doing. Like he's got a vision, and he's got a voice, and he's keeping to it.
Yeah, we were talking about him and Ari Aster.
Yeah, him and Ari Aster are best buds.
Yeah. Are they best buds?
Yeah, they are. Like they had a podcast together, and they were just talking about their same. They have a lot of the same likes, and a lot of the
They like
same.
freak people out, dude.
Yeah, the same kind of headspace and mentality about the horror and thriller genre, and I was like, oh, it's quite enjoyable.
I didn't see Midsummer. I saw Lighthouse. I like Lighthouse a lot.
Yeah,
'Cause Lighthouse, like we were talking about earlier, like how like he's doing such mundane stuff in it. Like I remember he's like he was like cleaning out something, and it was just so creepy how it was like in black and white, and like it was just that eerie tone.
Yeah, their inspirations come from the same area of Ingmar Bergman and Sven Nykvist kind of looks and cinematography.
It's more terror than horror.
It
you know?
is.
It's more like something that's terrifying rather than horrifying.
It is. Yeah, that was a good movie that I saw. That was probably the best movie I saw last year. But there were a lot of good movies. Ford versus Ferrari doesn't get as much love or respect.
I didn't
as
see
good.
it.
That was really fucking
I
good.
didn't really have like a desire to see it.
That was really fucking. Dude, I personally had a desire to see it because I remember like I did a final for one of my finals in my English class. I did the story on Ford versus Ferrari.
You nerd.
So I know. I saw the
Did
documentary.
you write the
and
script
everything.
too?
Yes, I did actually. The director owes me some credit for some of that I'm playing, but whatever. Yeah, that was a really good movie. And then
Did you see Queen and Slim?
no,
I like
wanted
that
to
one
see
a lot.
Queen
I
and
thought that was
Slim.
really good.
There are some movies I still want to see. Parasite is still something I
Yeah,
want
I
to
gotta see that.
see. Uncut Gems, I still have to. see
Oh
that.
my god.
Yeah,
Uncut
don't
Gems
peek
is.
the.
I'm sorry.
Don't peek the fucking.
That the one with Adam
Sandler.
Sandler?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That movie's it's pretty cool, dude.
Uh,
Like you'll like that, Martin.
It looks good. I've seen like the
Kevin
trailer
Garnett's
and
in
stuff
it.
like that.
KG's in it.
Who?
Kevin Garnett.
Oh, is he really?
How is
Yeah.
his
Kevin
acting?
Garnett. Wow.
Pretty good, dude. Pretty
Yeah?
good. Like yeah.
The way how he brings energy to the court, I would assume, would probably would translate well onto the theater screens.
You think so?
I
You think you can see someone drill a basketball and be like,
Like,
that guy's got it.
well,
He's
his
gonna be-"
intensity it's pretty contagious.
He's not like he didn't seem.
He's kind of more of the quieter like basketball player, isn't he?
no.
I don't really
He's
have him
retired.
talk
He's
out to
retired,
him.
right?
Yeah, Kevin Garnett's retired,
He's,
but
he's been done for years, but
no, he is not the quieter type. I
Oh.
wouldn't say watching him play.
maybe on court, yeah, he was always pretty loud and brash, I guess.
Yeah, I would just think like he would make for a pretty not a good actor, but a interesting one.
Yeah, sometimes you see like those like people like that. Like I always thought like Kendrick Lamar would be a really good actor. I feel like.
Yeah, I could see that.
I could see
that
Kendrick Lamar being like a really good actor
for sure.
because he's like that natural artist, and he would probably like, take it really seriously.
I wonder if anybody's approached him to do a role.
I have no idea. I would be very surprised if no one has approached him.
That would be surprising as well.
I think someone has to have approached him eventually. You know?
Right.
He just seems like someone like that's really artistic and creative.
To the point, I think where maybe he's declining roles maybe because he wants to do his own thing.
I think he's focusing on his music.
Yeah.
If like To Pimp a Butterfly was like a masterpiece in rap, so
Right.
I feel like he's really focusing on his. That was a while ago too. That was
a
about
while
like
ago.
6 years ago.
Yeah. Everybody was almost teenagers still.
Almost everyone here.
Almost everybody.
So since we've touched on, I guess, some of your favorite and best movies of last year, what were some of the worst? Some of the ones you were disappointed in?
I don't want to put anyone
Alex?
down.
We just had this conversation too off of fucking record.
Just yeah, I don't want to put down any movies, but still not a big fan of Last Jedi. I'll say that.
Even though that was like
Yeah, 2017 that came out.
2008.
Well, I think it was 2017.
Oh yeah, 2017. Holy shit! You've been carrying this grudge for 2 years.
Yeah, I'm still holding on to it. Like, I don't know. I thought his new movie, Knives Out, was really good.
Yeah,
I really like
was
Knives Out.
enjoyable.
Dude, Ana de Armas, she's a great actress.
Yeah, she is.
Her and Lakeith Stanfield are like they're
Fucking
stands out.
amazing.
They're standouts.
Yeah, they are.
But
So
Last Jedi though,
yeah,
just
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm still thinking because there's not a lot of movies that I go out to theaters knowing this is gonna suck.
Well, maybe not that, but maybe more of like
Just like kind of let you
like
down.
let down or a little bit disappointed in what you thought you were gonna get.
I don't think so. I don't think anything really let me down from what I'm thinking of. For what I saw, I mean, Rise of Skywalker wasn't that great.
Yeah, Rise of Skywalker was kind of like empty pie, like it was just all crust, no filling.
Huh.
So that's what it felt like. If it had all this grandiose and grandeur, gigantic epicness that a normal Star Wars movie would carry, but it didn't have heft or weight to it.
It's unfortunate, man. Like,
Yeah.
and you see, like everyone, like now of that franchise, like those trilogies, like they're all done with Star Wars, man. Like Adam
yeah.
Driver's done.
Yeah, they're tweeting out a fucking shitstorm out there right
John
now.
Boyega went like on a tirade about how much he's like done with it, pretty much. Daisy Ridley, she got like pretty much kicked off of Instagram for cyberbully, so can't imagine her jumping back into a Star Wars movie. And Adam Driver wants to, pursue other stuff.
I think time heals all wounds, and like give it 20 years or something like that.
20 years.
Yeah,
She's gonna play Rey again. She's gonna
an old Ray, an old grandma Ray. I don't know. Anything could happen.
Unfortunately, I can see it.
It's Disney.
I can see it.
Yeah, it's Disney. So they're gonna do whatever they can to keep that cash cow flowing.
Yeah, man. They've already made their money back, though.
Yes, they have. There's one movie. I didn't go see it at the theaters, but I did see it. And it's called Fanatic with John Travolta, directed by the famous Fred Durst. Wow.
Oh
Fred
boy.
Durst.
That fucking
From
movie.
Limp Bizkit?
From
Limp
Limp
Bizkit?
Bizkit. Yes.
He's directing
He
shit.
directed this movie. Yes. And wow. Holy shit. Like, I don't know what was going through John Travolta. I think John Travolta is going through a phase in his life
What's the
where,
Scientology shit, dude?
yeah, it's not working out. And wow. It couldn't go any lower in a point for John Travolta than this
Really that
movie.
bad?
Yeah. Yeah. It's not good. It's really shitty. But yeah, that's probably one of the worst movies I saw
Dude, John
last year.
Travolta's got like a weird career, dude. Like,
Yeah,
I can't place like, Grease was great,
Yeah, like
or for some people was. I really don't like Grease that much.
it was like yeah, he
But that
jumped
made
out.
him, and then he had a night of
Okay, so his 70s,
Saturday
and
Night
80s
Fever?
yes, his 70s and 80s flicks are classicals. You know, that was his most
it
popular
wasn't late
time.
80s. He started tanking, right?
And
In the
yeah,
late 80s?
as we got into the 90s, it started getting.
But Pulp Fiction was 94.
Oh yeah, aside from Pulp Fiction,
But no, that's what revamped his career.
That's
wasn't
what brought
it?
him back into like the
Yeah,
spotlight.
like people like I
Oh.
thought he like in the late 80s he was like career trajectory was like going down, and then Pulp Fiction came up and he came back to life pretty much.
yeah, I can't remember a movie in the 80s that.
And then he
about
did
him other than-
Battlefield Earth, and then everyone's like,
Yikes.
"Holy shit!"
Yeah, that's when shit started to hit the fan.
And they're like, "What?"
Yeah, John Travolta. Yeah, that movie, that was probably his worst that I've seen. Amongst the John Travolta
I've never
movies
seen it.
I've
I
seen.
just know people have. I've never heard a good thing from it.
Yeah, it is not good. It's cringy at best. It just doesn't make you feel like you want to go see another John Travolta movie again.
You just give up on cinema right there.
Yeah, you could tell throughout the process of that movie.
Was he the director of
He was
that?
no, that was Fred Durst
No. Of
That's
what?
why
Of
of
Battlefield Earth?
No, not Battlefield Earth.
Oh, I was like,
we're
what?
on two completely different movies.
I was talking about Battlefield Earth.
I was still talking about Fanatic.
Oh, I was like, Fred Durst is
No,
killing it, dude.
Battlefield Earth. Well, I don't know. I don't think that was directed by him, was it?
He starred in it, and he was a major player of that, getting that produced, because I think it had to do with Scientology.
Yeah.
So like they really wanted him to, or he really wanted to like jumpstart that.
This is how bad Battlefield Earth was. I was in middle school, and then like when they would have those days off, it's like, kids, you can watch a movie. So every time we'd only have one movie available to us when we were watching movies, and that was Independence Day, and I was fucking done by the time
You don't like Independence Day?
when it came out of the theaters. Yeah, it was good. Like it was a blockbuster, but
if you watched
it like every fucking weekend.
They played on HBO a lot back in the day.
Yes.
Back when I was like in 8th grade and 7th grade, I would be like just watching that all the time.
All the time.
That and Titanic were always on.
Always
And you know I love Titanic.
So when I was watching Battlefield Earth during at school, because I was like, oh, change of plans. We're not going to watch Independence Day. We're going to watch Battlefield Earth. Middle of that movie, I swear to God, half of us wanted to go back to watch fucking Independence Day.
I don't doubt it. Independence Day is a good movie.
And we've seen that movie a million times. And so it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, Battlefield Earth. I've never seen it. I don't have any desire to see it. I'm not like one of those guys that's like, I gotta see bad movies, you know? Like people that are like, I love seeing bad movies because it's just so fun. Not that kind. I like The Room. Thought The Room is cool, but besides that, I'm not like one of those guys that wants to watch something ironically, you know?
Right.
Well, it's time consuming, right? You got to put away 2 hours or.
They gotta get
whatever
up and
time.
put the CD into the DVD
No, but
player.
I'm saying
They
like
gotta sit back
sit down and watch that movie. Like you want a good experience, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just because it's not something you want to talk about after. You know, it's kind of something you just want to forget. You know, at least for me anyway.
Understandable. And with all that, like, I know Star Wars was a big blow to you because it was one of the things that inspired you to make movies.
Yeah.
So
when I was like 7 when I
Yeah.
first saw it. Because how do you guys watch Star Wars? What or not you, Mark? You've only seen 2, right?
Yeah, I've seen the 2 that you guys have shown.
Still waiting,
me.
still waiting to see Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, I'm
God.
still waiting on that one.
So how do you? What order do you watch Star Wars in?
I watch them by. Well, like that's a weird. Like I started off with the original trilogy.
Okay.
I started with 4, 5, and 6 before it was even called 4, 5, and 6. Before I even knew, I just knew it,
It
as
was
1, 2,
Star
and
Wars,
3.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah,
and Return
I just
of
knew
the
it
Jedi.
was those.
Yeah.
Like I grew up watching those. My mom bought the fucking VHS box for me when I was like 7 years old, and we started watching them like that day, and that's how I remember them. And then they would come on old like TV shows like TMC or TNT and all that.
With the or Han shot first.
Yeah, where Han shot first, exactly. That was during the 90s. And then after the new, then I got to see it because they re-released it in theaters back in 1998, and that's when I went to go see it again in the
Is
theaters.
that with the new cuts?
Yes, and that was the special edition. Finally came out, and that's when they added the new.
Dude, that was just such a ploy to get people back.
To get, exactly, and it worked because it worked.
Love Star Wars.
People were in lines that day. I remember it was. That was when the fucking Arrowhead, the Arrowhead 18 or the AMC.
Yeah.
The Harkins. Sorry, Arrowhead Harkins? Right
No. The one at the mall.
AMC.
Oh,
the
AMC. The
Yeah,
AMC 20. I remember that just opened, and that was with the syncage of coming out with the new Star Wars, well, not the new Star Wars, but the original trilogy special edition. I think they made that theater in part to open up those movies.
I doubt that they made it for it, but I bet they rushed it.
Pretty sure.
I bet they were like, we gotta get it out before Star Wars.
Grand opening was right in sync with the re-releasing of those
Well, I bet
theaters.
like they probably were like, okay, well, Star Wars is coming out. Let's get it.
Exactly. Yeah, that had to have
It
some
wasn't like they were
influence.
like, oh, we gotta make a theater for Star
I mean,
Wars.
especially from like a marketing standpoint, if you can open it the same time that
New theater.
out.
Yeah, money
Star Wars.
coming out.
new theater, Star Wars, yeah.
And that was actually
Perfect
one of the
timing.
first theaters that had that stadium type seating where it was you walk up the stairs, because most of the movie theaters then
It's just like
it was all flat.
yeah, like a ramp.
Yeah, it was just one floor, one standing, and people just had to sit. That was when people were just didn't want to go to movies because they would like fear of sitting behind a tall dude.
Yeah.
And they just missed the entire movie.
But the theaters, it felt like were so much bigger too,
yeah,
because there was so much more
space.
seating options.
Yeah, definitely. But that's when they decided to come up with that stadium seating, and
Changed the game.
Changed the game big time, and
Like
they made a
Macklemore.
lot of money. And then the new what did you say?
It changed the game like Macklemore.
Fucking idiot. Yeah, and then that's when the prequel came out, and yeah, the rest was history.
Well, yeah, but like not. Thanks for digressing again. The point was like, how do you watch movies? Because like when my parents let me watch them, because first time I was in third grade was when Revenge of the Sith was coming out, and that was a big deal because everyone wanted to see Revenge of the Sith. And
Yeah,
begging my
it was
parents.
the final part of the prequel.
And it was huge. And I remember asking my parents, I'm like, can I see Revenge of the Sith? And they're like, you're crazy. You got to see the other 5 first.
Mm.
And so I'm like, okay. So then, knowing Revenge of the Sith was number 3, my parents showed me number 4. They showed me
shit.
Star Wars. They showed me 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2,
That
3.
was good on them.
Yeah. And I was just it blew my mind what was happening.
Right.
And still to this day, my dad calls episode 4 he calls it number 1.
Yeah.
His order is 4, 5, 6 is 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And then 1, 2, 3 is 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah. I get that.
And then 7, 8, 9 is 7, 8, 9.
For a while, it took me a while to get out of that too, because I grew up with the original, and then the prequels came out, so I just saw the prequels as 4, 5, and 6.
Really?
And then I realized, it's episodic, and the prequels are 1, 2, and 3. And I got it because when I went to go see the prequels, there was like, this is before, the original trilogy. And then I was like, so this.
What would it have been if like they didn't do like what if
they just made the prequels 4, 5, and 6?
Well, no. What if? No. Like what if they made like the original trilogy 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah.
And sequels after that.
Sequels. What would -3, -2, -1? What it would have been like -3, The Phantom Menace.
-1, The Phantom Menace.
No, -3 because
yeah.
-3, The Phantom Menace.
I don't know.
-2, Attack of the Clones.
I'm sure like George Lucas would have come up with some crazy shit of a chapters like prequel chapter or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like they already did that. They tried to do it with Rogue One and Solo as Star Wars stories or anthology.
It was.
I'm
what,
thinking it
what
would
did they
be in
call
that
them?
line.
Did they call them Star Wars stories? Like
Yeah, Star
Han
Wars
Solo,
story.
a Star Wars story,
Mhm.
and then Rogue One, a Star
A
Wars
Star
story.
Wars story.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I like Solo. Okay, I like Solo. I'm like the only person in my class that likes
I
Solo.
enjoyed
I
Solo.
thought Solo was good. I didn't like Rogue One that much. But
I just feel like maybe Alden Ehrenreich wasn't. He was as good for his role. He was really good.
what'd you say?
Alden Ehrenreich.
Oh, Ehrenreich.
Ehrenreich was this?
Ehrenreich?
I thought it was Ehrenreich. Aaron.
I thought you were having a stroke, dude.
Are you making fun of my pronunciations, Alex?
A little bit.
That's
Yeah.
racist.
Not. Oh God.
Yeah, put in the race card now.
Because earlier we were talking about speak like a Mexican, and I'm like, okay.
No, I was saying how you pronounce something. Whatever. Okay. Thanks for putting this on the web.
Oh, man.
See, you got your controversy.
There's the controversy right there. Alden Ehrenreich.
Yeah.
I liked him,
I thought he was a good solo.
but I thought they could have chosen someone else.
Well, obviously they could have chosen someone else.
Yeah, I just
They
thought,
I thought they chose. No, I mean, I thought they chose the best guy for the job.
I thought that belonged to Anthony Gruber. Honestly,
Who's that?
he's an actor. He's an actor. Anthony
In what?
Gruber. What's the movie? Because there's a scene where Harrison Ford's in it. I forgot what it's called. By the Yellow Sunshine or some shit like that. I don't quote me on that. But there's a scene where they do a flashback to when he was young, and it's like a young version of himself.
Oh, that would have been too on the nose.
No,
if
I would have loved
If he
it.
played young Harrison Ford in another
I would
movie,
have loved
They put
it.
him as Han Solo. That would have been so on the nose. I would have vomited.
I disagree, sir. I disagree.
I thought
I
Aaron Reich was
humbly,
great. I think Aaron
respectfully
Reich
disagree.
it was tough to get into as him being Han Solo for like the first 2 minutes. You're like, oh, come on, what's going on? And then after that, you're like, oh, yep, that's Han Solo.
Yeah, because Alden Ehrenreich created his own Han Solo, which is great.
Yeah, he didn't play Harrison Ford. He played Han
he
Solo.
played his
And
own Han Solo.
That is great. That was great. I like that.
Great in terms of aspects. It's original.
A little bit.
And
it
it's
still really was. You could see Han Solo's stuff and
Yeah.
like Harrison Ford-esque kind of acting, but
But-
it wasn't over the top.
But as you can see, that didn't translate well to sales. It
Well,
didn't. People, I mean, you could say various amount of factors carried into that movie
Last
bombing,
Jedi.
including Last Jedi, yes. But another one was people probably weren't sold on the fact that this kid could play Han Solo. They were wrong, but at the same time, they didn't go to the movies, and that's what matters.
I feel like, and then Han Solo.
I feel like Anthony Gruber would have put those asses on seat, 100%.
dude, no.
You may disagree with me, but I think that
I've never even heard this guy.
Yeah.
if they would have saw him, if he would have been playing and they would have saw the trailers,
I
I
don't
think
think it
people
mattered
would've-
who played Han Solo. I just think it was
I think he would have probably
I think also was also
put
the
those people on.
fact that Star Wars like isn't special anymore. I feel like you get a Star Wars movie every year. Come on, it's like
I mean,
it's,
different strokes are different folks, bro. Like, definitely, I
fuck
agree with
you
you.
mean?
I agree with you. I agree with you that different strokes for different folks.
Yeah,
You never heard of that saying?
never heard of that saying.
Really?
No.
Well, of course you wouldn't, because you
that
always living under a rock.
that too.
Yeah, it pretty much means like different. A lot of people like different things.
But
pretty much.
like no, but I'm just saying like Star Wars. I feel like there is like that cult fan base
yeah,
that still is gonna see the movie every year.
yeah, they're gonna
But,
love
like,
it.
But
I
then
think-
there's like the average fan base is now it's just kind of like they're kind of like
Lost
it's
it.
lost its flair. It's lost its excitement.
But here's the thing: I think we're underestimating that cult following. I think there are a lot more of them than we think there are.
yeah, I
So
think
just
there are.
really quickly before you guys keep on going, since you brought it up,
What's that?
Solo didn't make back its
It's Return.
budget for like the movie.
Yeah,
So it was a loss.
yeah.
It didn't.
Yeah. So the budget was about 275 million.
It only made
And-
like what 90 or 100 million.
Well,
Oh no, it made more than that.
domestically here in the U.S., it made about 213 million.
Uh huh.
Worldwide, it did make back its budget.
Well, no, but you got times the budget times two
For
marketing.
advertising.
Oh, is it for
for
marketing?
marketing.
And
Yeah, so
marketing.
whatever the budget is, what was it, 250 about?
Budget was 275 million.
Okay, so times that by two, was it?
It's like 400.
500 million?
Yeah.
550. So it's
Around
about
there.
$550.
Okay,
total.
so it still fell. Yeah, it fell
But
short.
it's gonna make it back on probably box office sales, or not box office. I mean
DVD,
DVD rentals,
Blu-rays,
yeah,
Streaming and all
streaming.
that shit.
It's on Netflix.
Is it?
Which is weird because Disney Plus is out. I don't know.
Maybe
It's gotta be on-
licensing and all
It
that
might
shit.
it might just be like a licensing that they're waiting to just expire or just go out.
Friends is off Netflix now.
Yeah.
And but yeah, no, Friends isn't Disney Plus. My bad. But I thought Disney Plus would have had Han Solo on it.
I'm pretty sure they do.
I don't have Disney Plus, but
I can check for you.
thanks, Martin.
Martin, our
That's,
score checker.
That's
Yeah,
my
hey,
job
hey,
now.
Hey, Martin, can you check that? Martin?
What's the Google say, Martin?
Let's see.
Star Wars though, as a whole right now, yeah, it's.
They're in like a crisis, man.
I remember you telling me like when you were calling me that night in the middle of the fucking night, drunk
So-
and shit.
Solo is on Disney Plus.
Okay.
Why is it on Netflix, man?
It's probably not on Netflix no more. Then if you check it now.
I saw it today, dude.
Oh really? Well,
So it may just be that they're waiting for that license to end or something in terms of Netflix having it.
Maybe.
well, I remember you telling me like the one good movie was The Empire Strikes Back, and that's what's carrying it. What's carrying this.
Yeah, dude,
movie's
Empire
franchise.
Strikes Back's a masterpiece. Like how good that movie is incredible.
See, I feel there's two different viewpoints of people who like Star Wars. There's those like you and me who see Star Wars as films, and there's those people like you said, those cult followers who see Star Wars as an actual way of life almost. Like it's not just the films, it's actually the entirety of its franchise.
Yeah,
like
I'm
the comics and the books and the extended universe,
The video games.
and the video games. Yeah, it's the entire universe itself. That's what they're into.
But there's like just so
and
much.
they don't care. They could care less about how good the films are and more about that universe, that folklore of the fantasy of Star
But,
Wars.
like you see like how divided the fan base is.
Yeah,
today.
for sure.
It's incredible how much this fan base is divided. Like the original trilogies, everyone agreed those were great, and then when the prequels came out, pretty much everyone agreed those were awful.
And now people are saying, "Oh, those are good movies
But
now."
it was so like the older generation of Star Wars fans hated the prequels, but the younger generation like us were like, "Oh, yeah, you know, they're
wasn't
cool.
bad.
They're cool movies. They're you know they're space wizards with laser swords. It's gonna be cool, you know." And then
I mean, as you get older though, and you get
then
more
you
into
older,
film,
and you're like, dude, this isn't that good.
Yeah.
And the originals still hold up, especially Empire. And then this new one came up because like I feel like the prequels gave Star Wars fans like such insecurity when they watched it because everyone left the Phantom Menace. I hear like everyone left the Phantom Menace the first showing loving it,
yeah,
and then they watch it 3 more times. They're like, you know what? I don't like this at all. And so then everyone were it became kind of cool to hate Star Wars
yeah.
in a way.
There was
You kind of like rallied against being like, yeah, you know, the originals
A
are good,
trend.
the prequels suck.
Yeah, it was a trend.
And so
going.
now there's like this backlash of kids saying, no, the prequels are good, and then other kids saying, no, the prequels are bad, and then a lot of people are kind of like stuck. And most people I think don't give a fuck.
Right.
Either way, they just
Right.
want to see a movie.
Yeah.
But then like so now we're like in these sequel eras where people don't know how to feel about
It
these
just gets
movies.
convoluted.
Yeah, because it's just people are like either you and Star Wars is something now because of the prequels. Like since everyone loved the original trilogy and since a lot of people hated the prequels, you either have to love these new movies or hate them. And so there's nothing like in between where it's like, oh yeah, no, this is a good movie. I like it. It's just, oh, did you love it or did you hate it? So
Definitely. Well, speaking of trilogies,
Here's a question I have for you: is that a lot of people actually like and rave about the Disney Plus show that they did?
Mandalorian?
Yeah. So do you think of the success of that, you might see a little bit more of a TV type shows going forward with Star Wars, since that did so well?
it's tough to tell. I they're still doing a Obi-Wan Kenobi movie, right?
Yeah.
Or,
It's a TV show.
oh, it's a TV show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They need Kathleen Kennedy really needs to start like I think TV is probably the way to go. I think TV is the way to go in general because you can pretty much do anything on TV. But then again, Star Wars can do whatever it wants. You know,
Right.
it's one of the conglomerates within
Right.
film. It's like Marvel,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
are both owned by Disney.
But you're right. I think
Yeah.
they should. Yeah. I think they should start slow again. They should start from TV, kind of get their redemption or their respect back a little bit. Not saying that they lost all the respect. There's some people who love it, but it's just like it's not falling on great times. And
No.
I
Well,
think
is
to get
there-
some of its momentum back,
Is there
TV would be
that
great.
much of Star Wars TV shows to begin with?
There's
You
the
know,
Clone Wars.
yeah, like the
and
Clone
then
Wars,
like the
animated
and
stuff.
Mandalorians.
Rebels was pretty good. I watched Rebels. I'm not gonna
And
lie.
then there was
I
Star
was
Wars
fascinated.
Resistant, right?
Resistance, I didn't watch that.
didn't
I haven't
watch
watched
either.
that. It doesn't look good. From what I read, it's not that great either.
I watched like the first couple seasons of Star Wars Rebels. Like I watched the first season because that was like right when Disney bought it
Yeah.
and Star Wars was coming out, and I'm like, I gotta get my Star Wars fix. Like I'm gonna try to get into this hardcore. And I watched it. I thought it was good, but like it was nothing that I loved. I liked Rebels. I thought it was good. Okay, I didn't love it or hate it. I liked it. Okay,
I was great. It was good. It was good.
It was good.
But not great.
and I never watched the Clone Wars.
Me either. But a lot of people loved it, so But I got into, but the same guys who made the Clone Wars made Rebels, so I was like, I could see why people would love Clone Wars then, because Rebels to me was pretty entertaining TV, in terms of like the Star Wars saga and all that. But
I thought it was good. Yeah,
I
have no idea how it ended.
Rebels.
Yeah,
Rebels ended. It was okay of an ending, but it left some questions to be answered.
Did the new trilogy answer any of them?
No.
Oh,
The trilogy did not answer.
There
any
you
of them.
go.
Did not answer
Bullseye.
any of them at all. So
They planned it out well.
that I believe Star Wars has a future, but not with their current leadership.
I think they have a future in Turkey.
Oh,
Turkish Star Wars.
God.
There you
We
go.
have to talk about Turkish Star Wars.
Do we?
We do. I mean, we don't have to, but we can. I want to not delve into, but
You wanna
tap our feet into the surface waters here.
You want to do a deep dive of Turkish Star Wars?
No,
Is
not
that
a
what you
deep
wanna do?
dive.
They're doing
A tap our toes.
An analyzed
Analyzed.
version of Turkish Star Wars.
We should do that some other time
Oh.
for sure. It's a 2-hour long movie, Martin.
And then
Oh yeah, no, I brought it up on YouTube one day and I saw maybe a good like 4 or 5 minutes
you
of
found it
it.
on YouTube?
Yeah.
We had to go like
Dude, we had
Oh, okay.
we had to pretty much go on the dark web to find it.
we had some fucking weird
We had to, like,
website.
sell
So
like
then-
our organs. We each had to take out our kidney and sell
Oh,
it to
God.
watch it, dude.
It's for real.
Maybe I brought up a different one then. I just typed it on YouTube.
Did you see the whole thing?
No, I saw like 4 or 5 minutes. Like this is fucking horrible.
Did you see the part where the guy took the mummy's head off and then threw it at
No.
another mummy and the mummy exploded?
He would have to go like into 2 hours into
Oh,
seeing that
God.
movie and seeing that part.
It's kind of incredible. Like
Oh, my
this is
goodness.
the thing though, is I always hear the Red Letter Media guys where they talk about movies and they say, well, there's this movie called Things that they watched 3 times, and it's because one of the guys there is like, this movie is so insane and it captivates me so much because of how terrible it is. He's like, I've seen this 3 times because I can't wrap my head around it. He's like, there were a lot of good movies I've only seen once. But it says something when you see something 3 times because you just can't fathom it because like it's just that crazy. Like that's like Turkish Star Wars, where I could watch Turkish Star Wars probably every day because I can't wrap my head around it.
It's too much to
You
get.
can't just understand the thought process behind
Yeah.
it.
There's, it's its own thing. I know on YouTube there's a documentary of it, and it's
That's
very
fascinating. I feel like
insightful.
you'd have to sell everything to
It's-
find just to find Turkish Star Wars. Was going through so much. We had to go through so much hoops
Yeah.
to find an analyzed version of it.
Yeah.
I don't know what you'd have to do. You'd probably have to like become the president of the United States, and it's probably like locked away in Area 51. That's why they don't want anyone invading it. Like, dude, you're gonna find the analyzed version of Turkish Star Wars. We cannot let that get out into the public.
Where's the red phone? Get me Turkish Star Wars ASAP.
Wait, so was it really that hard to find? You guys had to
Dude,
Yeah,
yeah,
we had to
God.
go like we wanted to see that night, and we also wanted to see Mike the Situation
Yeah.
bomb on the Donald Trump roast. Have you ever seen him
Oh my
bomb on the
fucking
Donald Trump
God.
roast? It is so bad. It makes you cringe so
Wait,
much.
is this Mike from Jersey Shore?
Mike the
Yeah,
Situation,
Mike the
yeah. So you
Situation.
know how like they do like the Spike or is it Comedy Central does
Yeah,
roasts?
they do all the roasts.
And there was a Donald Trump roast, and he was on it, and it was so bad.
Do it, baby, do it.
You're a chick, right?
Okay, yeah.
On the Jersey Shore, we call ugly chicks grenades. But I actually wouldn't call you a grenade because you're not blowing up anytime soon.
It was so.
I've
Seth
never seen
MacFarlane
that.
was the host, and like right after he gets on stage, he's like, "Holy shit!" Because it was just, it makes you cringe so bad. Because like he's trying to roast people, but like the way he's roasting it is just bragging about himself, and so it's just not funny at all. But you can't look. You can't.
It's like a
look. You
car
can't not
wreck.
look at it. Yeah, it's like
It's
a car
a
wreck.
car
You
wreck. You
gotta
gotta look
watch
at
it. I remember that one kid that was over at the house, Dylan's friend. Like he was, he covered his face. He's watching it like this, like 'cause he couldn't look at the TV because it was just so disturbing for him.
It
'Cause
was so cringy.
yeah.
So bad.
I love it, dude.
So bad. The Seth MacFarlane's like reaction to it is just fucking the cherry
Just
on
so
top.
pure.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Just he knew it was a bomb. Everyone there knew it was a bomb. And then Ice-T's out there, and he's just like, oh. And then Snoop Dogg's lighting a joint. He's just not even like, he's just bored. And he's lighting a joint. Everyone, it was so bad. I gotta watch it again. I gotta show you it.
I gotta find that, dude.
Turkish Star Wars was amazing, and it's definitely something that you'd have to watch over and over again just to see why or what. But that documentary though, they explain it, and it's just so fucking fascinating.
Didn't you say like they started filming and then half the film was destroyed?
Half the set got destroyed from weather, and they built their own makeshift spaceships and everything. Like their own unique, different their own individual spaceships, and that storm just fucking just destroyed all of their set, and that was pretty much all of their budget money. So the director pretty much stole stock footage from the original Star Wars, and just put a projector up on the background on the wall, and just had the actors sit in front of it with their helmets and shit, and made it look like they were flying their spaceships.
And so, like, you see the same... They attacked, like, the Death Star for, like, 2 hours.
You just see, like, the fucking trench run behind this guy.
And they keep going in this trench, like, 40 times.
Oh, God.
Like, in a half an hour. Like, they keep cutting to, like... I saw this one where they're flying to it. They cut to this shot of, like, the pilot in the plane. And they cut to it, like, 6 times in the middle of the action. And
you just see him diving into the trench over and over again.
And it's like, did they not hit it? It's like, how are there still ships in space?
And
Did they not have to stop for gas, dude?
Yeah, and then they pull like a Force Awakens before the Force Awakens, and they fall and they crash into this desert planet where it just becomes a completely different fucking movie overall. Like at one point there's a plastic sword involved, like that's made out of like hands and mesh.
And it's twins, right? They're twins.
Yeah, they're twins.
And like then like they had like this like final goodbye or something, and like they were talking about how much the other twin got more girls than the other twin, and it was just like, what are they talking about? And then like right above them, apparently the Death Star is there's like this major war going on up there where. They're going to the trenches again like 6 times, dude. It's just
there's this amazing montage of him training and to the background
with
of Indiana Jones.
With the little kid. And the little kid's cheering him on. Yes. Once again, the Death Star is under full attack, and he has time to do this training montage where he's picking up fucking boulders
rocks and kicking them.
He like kick one and break it.
Yes. The background of Indiana Jones music.
Yeah, the
Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
yes.
training Indiana Jones music. They got all the George Lucas shit.
It was fucking amazing.
I gotta watch it again.
That's on my watch list now. I gotta see that one.
So fascinating. But yeah, like that trilogy, man, was something else. I don't know how to segue that. It's just that movie's just so much, dude.
How about the Coyotes, man?
Oh, how about your Coyotes?
Kicking ass, dude.
And, first place?
They're first place again.
Hey, there you go.
They're playing tonight. I don't know. No, there's no one's winning. They're playing Tampa Bay. They got to win tonight. And Vegas wins, and we win. We stay first place. If Vegas wins and we lose, Vegas takes first place again.
Oh, okay.
So we have the same record as Vegas, but we have a game in hand.
How many points are they?
We're at 54 points.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're up there. Good luck to those Arizona Coyotes, because
we haven't lost in the new year.
They're the only fucking local team that's just winning.
D-backs didn't have a bad year.
D-backs are pretty good. They're just
D-backs.
They're only a few pieces away, I think.
We had more wins this year than I think the year before, and we just picked up Bumgarner too.
Yeah, you dropped Greinke's contract, which was a ton of money.
Yeah.
Got a bunch of prospects, and you picked up Bumgarner for cheap.
Yeah, for pretty cheap. What is it, 4 years?
I think it's 4 years, and it's like
85 mil.
It's like around like 70, 85, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cheap for what most people thought he was gonna get.
And he's a good hitter too. So like we also replaced Greinke's bat too. So
you replaced Greinke with Greinke.
Yeah,
you kind of did that.
I think Greinke's a little bit old. I really wish Greinke would have won this year. I was cheering for the Astros.
I don't know. It would have been interesting because after that, all the news broke about the the pitches being tipped and stuff like that. So it would have been interesting how that worked out.
I'm not sure what you're
How
talking
the fuck this turned into a sports talk radio show?
I don't know, just like that.
Well, I just I don't get to talk. Like that was the thing when I was in film classes. I was trying to find someone that would talk sports to,
And no one would
and
talk
no
sports.
one talks sports in film classes. It's like, what do you do at night? What do you watch at night?
It's movies, bro. How could you
Yeah,
expect a film student to like sports, though?
Well, I mean, they can have
Me and
other
Martin do.
interests, Yeah.
You don't mind them.
I don't mind it at all, but like, I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to get into offense, but like, I'm starting to realize around like this field of work, there's not too many people who are into sports.
Yeah,
into
honestly.
this field.
And so I would always be trying to find people that would watch sports, and no one does. And it's like, what do you do at 7 o'clock? What do you turn on like?
Yeah, because
Just
when you
you
watch
pop
TV
in-
at that time of day,
Yeah,
it's
you watch,
Sports Center.
Yeah,
you know?
or you watch the football game or basketball game or baseball.
I'm pretty sure they pop in something else.
Yeah, they probably pop in like Rosemary's Baby or something.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. They're watching their
And it's like,
criteria
I'm
collection.
sitting here watching the Coyotes be like, oh, come on, put on the net. You got 2 minutes left, and they're
Hey,
watching.
there's nothing wrong with both things, man.
And then when I had this sports class,
That's what I'm saying. Different strokes for different folks.
And then when you had the sports class, no one talked about films.
no one talked about film.
There you go. That's how it works.
So I was in a film class. I want to talk about sports. When I was in the sports class, I was like, "Did you guys hear what Martin Scorsese said?" And they're like,
Who?
Who the hell is that?" I'm like, "Oh my god!" And it's just, I can never get it both ways. I wish there was a film sports class, but we didn't talk about sports films. we could,
Yeah, that Vince Papali that Vince Papali movie was pretty fucking awesome.
What was?
That Vince Papali biopic? What was it called?
I have no
That
idea.
was a sports movie. It
I
was
mean,
with
I watched Miracle last night.
Miracle. Oh,
Miracle. I love Miracle.
that's a good movie.
That is a
actually.
great movie, dude. You
Yeah.
ever watched it, Martin?
Hmm.
You know what it's about?
If you tell me, I'll probably know.
The 1988 Olympics when USA beat Russia.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
Great movie. Great movie.
It's
Love
a great story.
it. It is a great story.
Great upset.
Yeah. Best of all time. People say that is the biggest upset in all of sports.
I would believe it, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, when it comes to hockey, we're
Well,
not
it
really
was just
there,
at the
are we?
time, like the Russians they were 42 and 42. They won 42 games out of 42.
Oh, man.
And they got a bunch of college kids together and they won. It's incredible. Like, it wasn't even NHL players.
They're just college kids?
Yeah, the Russians actually beat the NHL All-Stars like the year before. And then Herb Brooks organized a bunch of college kids and beat.
Oh, damn.
It's crazy.
Okay, yeah, Invincible,
Oh, is
starring
that
Mark
the one?
Wahlberg and Greg Kinnear.
Yeah, okay.
That's when he's with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
bits and pieces of that.
Anyways,
It's just,
topics. long
I'm
gone.
not a big sports movie guy.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of them.
Like Air Bud.
Airbuds.
Classic.
I mean,
I've seen them like the
Remember the
Longest Yard,
Titans?
Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans. 42. I don't know if you have seen that one.
Yep, Jackie
42.
Robinson.
Jackie Robinson.
Yeah. There was the one about Ernie Davis too, a couple years ago, when he was playing for Syracuse.
Sure.
You know Ernie Davis got leukemia.
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember like the movie.
I'll never say
Yeah, I
no.
remember the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was I'd seen bits and pieces of it. Blindside.
Blindside.
I like Blindside a lot.
I think
Sandra Bullock.
I don't know if it counts as a sports movie, but I think Will Smith had one a couple years ago about the NFL and the
Oh, what is
concussion
concussion?
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
there was that one.
Yeah,
That's not really a sports movie though, was it?
I don't know.
I never watched it. I just heard the title and kind of like the backstory behind it.
Yeah, you don't see. Is Cars a sports movie?
Cars.
It's about the NASCAR.
Yeah,
It's about race cars.
yeah, they're
is it-
racing.
Is NASCAR a sport?
Is it a sport?
Let's start delving into some controversy.
Could
here.
it be a professional sport?
What, NASCAR?
NASCAR.
They already consider it one.
Yeah,
I don't.
you don't. There's
Well, is
'cause
there-
It's because
Is there-
the car is the one moving.
That is true.
Well, there's a winner and there's a bunch of losers, right?
Well, then
So you know,
Yeah, okay.
Makes it a sport, I
So
think.
the Oscars, there's a winner and there's a bunch of losers. Is that a sport?
sure.
NASCAR. I don't know. There's a lot of tactics involved.
Well,
A lot
yeah.
of strategy.
Just drive.
Once again, there's a lot of tactics on how to make a good film too.
Well, that's that. But that I was gonna lead to. Well, then does that make chess a sport? Because chess is also considered.
Definitely not. It's a game. You
But it's
sit down and play it.
strategy and tactics are involved. So it
Poker
depends.
is that a sport?
No.
So like, does that have to be like physical for it
Yeah,
to
you
be a
have
sport?
to like be running around and stuff. I feel like a sport has to have a defense to it. There's got to be someone out there actively trying to stop you. You know.
Right.
So like,
It's like-
basketball, you got the defense.
Yeah,
you're trying to
basketball's
block
a
them
sport.
from making
Like I
a
don't
shot.
like basketball a lot, but I have to agree it's a sport. You know, someone's out there trying to stop you.
Yeah, football.
James Harden's not, but someone's trying to stop you.
So then, what would you call things like NASCAR or chess?
Let's
or
just say they're
gambling and all that.
Well, chess is a game,
It's a game. So
but like
so
What about,
esports is not,
esports?
is
Yeah,
not a
that's what I was
game.
gonna
say.
It's not a sport.
no, definitely not. They're saying isn't that what the video games?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's not a sport. You know how disrespectful that is to guys that get up every morning and work their asses off to stay in physical shape?
But they get paid to do things.
And they draw pretty big crowds too.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's a sport, you know? It's no. It's just not. Like I hate this I shouldn't be arguing with this. Like
I'm not arguing.
you know like how
Just-
I was complaining about there's no air in space? This is how I feel now.
But there's no air in space.
Okay, we got it. It's nothing up there.
There's no oxygen.
It's just a void.
It is. It's a vacuum.
But like, so if it's golf's a game too. Golf's not a sport. Okay, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that.
Yeah, you're gonna
but
get a lot of flack for that. I'm
but-
not gonna even touch that.
Apparently, golf is
Bowling.
like America's pastime, but bowling, it's a game.
Oh, it's a game. Okay.
But like, if it's like, because it's not physical enough. Neither is golf. But
Mhm.
like stuff like swimming and running, I'd say that's competition. You know, because that's really physical shit to do.
So
okay?
you
Not
have
anyone can
you
do
have
it.
tiers. You have
I do.
sports,
Sports-
competitions, and games.
Not saying one's better than the other. Sports are the best. But and then competition's second, and then games are third. But it's
Amateur
gotta have a
wrestling?
defense. Tennis is a sport. There's someone out there actively stopping you from succeeding in your goal. You know,
Amateur
is-
wrestling.
wrestling, yeah, definitely.
That's
UFC
it.
is a sport.
Yeah, there you go.
Boxing is a sport. Getting your ass kicked by another guy out there, dude. If like it's not a sport, like if you're just punching a bag and then you compare it to another guy punching a bag, that's not a sport.
Yeah.
But since that guy is hitting you back, yeah, it's a sport.
Okay. Well, fair enough.
That's
Fair
that's just my take. You know what? Sue me. I don't care.
So, like, we're talking trilogies and whatnot. And
Oh, here we
speaking
go.
of trilogies, you are the maker of a trilogy, my friend.
I'm not.
The Unscrewed trilogy.
It's not a trilogy.
It's not a trilogy yet, but it's in the works.
Maybe. Yeah.
So
We're working on it.
Yeah, you did some. You wrote the first film Unscrewed with us, and that was a really cool
Martin was there.
thing. Martin was there for a
I
little
was
bit.
there for that.
He showed up at my house.
Right there, that third day.
Yep.
I didn't even know that it was his house.
You didn't know it was his house.
I didn't even know he was showing up, and I was like,
No.
"What the fuck is this guy doing here?" It's like, Martin, what's going on? And you're like, you looked at me like with a blank face. Like, what are you doing here? And immediately I got like really defensive. I'm like, this is my house, asshole. What are you doing here? And you're like, oh, cool.
I think that was a really cool thing. Like, I remember you calling, or you coming in to do Left in Black with us. You really had a lot you wanted to say, but you just said nothing.
Well, no, there's
just-
not. I didn't know Zach, and Zach had like a pretty tight grip on that crew and that whole film.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to get in the way or anything because like
You don't know any of them.
yeah, and I was barely there, and he gave me a credit, or you guys, I don't know, someone gave me a credit on that film, and I was like, why? I stood around and watched.
Yeah, I think it was like second AC.
It was second AC. I never touched a camera,
But you did.
and I got a second AC credit, so now I'm going to put that down, and people be like, oh, you're second AC? You know how to do the camera?
You just did. I think you just did slate. I think that's what most ACs do. They just help out helping out the first AC with the slating and shit
But
like that.
don't they focus pull too?
No, that's
or is
the
that
first.
first?
That's first AC.
Oh, yeah, well, fuck. See, that's how much I know. See, I'm not a second AC.
I know, but so I know. I remember sitting next to you, and then fucking Hunter was there like talking, and he was like saying something, but then you weren't really paying attention to Hunter, but you were more paying attention to what Zach had to say. And Zach was like, he was giving some sort of advice, and I remember you seeing you was like, you're about to say something, but you're not. And so like I was like, well, this dude's got something to do. He's got something to say.
I don't remember this at all, dude.
I
I just remember
this.
eating Jimmy John's that day because Zach ordered Jimmy John's for us.
Yeah, he did order Jimmy John's, and yeah, like after the premiere of Left in Black, the next thing I know, I get a call from.
Yeah, that's when me and Hunter and Casey met up that night.
Yeah.
And we went to Chiba Hut, and we talked about just movies for like 2 hours, dude. We were at Chiba for like 2 hours.
Wow. Yeah. So I remember getting that phone call and then an email of the script. I was like, wow, this is very inspired. Like, this is like, what was Unscrewed inspired by Left in Black? No. I was like, I kind of, because I feel like I got vibes off of Left.
Maybe
Left
I
in
don't know.
Black
I
vibes.
didn't. It was just because maybe like I saw Left in Black and it was Left in Black's very shootable. So is Unscrewed.
Right.
Like, I mean, there's no explosions or anything or no car chase. So I mean, it's very simple stuff. So that's where I was like, okay, let's just keep it simple for now. And so that's where I wrote that Unscrewed in 15 minutes. Infamously wrote it in 15 minutes. And then Casey's like, let's go. Let's do it. We got it.
Wasn't read again. Wasn't proofread.
Nope, definitely not proofread. Because Jake was coming on set like, you know you're spelling shit wrong here? It's like, this makes no sense. You put the wrong red in there. And I'm like, Jake, just say the fucking line.
It was like, I just remember it was nights after nights every week, just going to Hunter's house and just fucking planning that shit out left and right. We mostly just shot the shit and did nothing. And then like,
yeah,
like most of it, like
we'd be working for like we'd be sitting there for
like
like
40
3 hours.
Yeah, it was like
in a meeting, and like 20 of it would be dedicated to the actual
movie itself.
And then
casting
the
and
other
whatnot.
40 minutes or the other 2 hours of just talking shit about stuff. Dude.
Pretty much. But it was good. It was good times. And then fucking we came out with that thing and
then when we did Unscrewed 2, like the meetings were like, because Tuesday nights were for Unscrewed 1 for the meetings, and then Friday afternoons
we're at your house
for Unscrewed 2. And those were only like an hour meetings.
Yeah.
And we'd still shit around for about like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
But for the other 10 minutes, because we didn't need that much time for the second one, because we knew what we were doing.
It was a lot of the same cast and crew too. So
Yeah. Oh, you were there. My
yeah,
bad.
I was there for those. I was there for that.
I forgot you were at those meetings. I remember Michaela was and Casey. And I remember I got home one day.
I think that Seth was there too, wasn't he?
Seth was there a couple times.
Yeah, a few times Seth was there.
We have that picture of all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out in the front of my house.
Who else was there?
Yeah, it was us three, and then Casey, and then
Ed.
yeah, that's why I said us three.
Oh yeah.
Everybody except Hunter, because Hunter at this time was already in Flagstaff.
Yep.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was at NAU.
NAU,
hanging out
with
the cold.
In the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And then so we made that movie, and that movie, honestly, I thought we fucking
broke box office records.
I think
dude.
we executed.
It made $3 billion on the first weekend alone.
It's kind of
that was a
inflated
fucking great idea. Getting 2 cameras. That was such a great idea.
That was your idea. So you're just sucking your own dick right now.
I am sucking my own dick.
Like, oh, everything I did on that set saved everything.
My ideas were the greatest.
Best ideas. I have the best ideas.
No, I remember you calling me. You're like, "Hey, so my grandma died."
Oh God.
I was like,
"Well, I didn't say it like that. I said,
no, dude, you said it the exact."
No, I did.
Way.
You're making me seem
like,
heartless.
You're like, "Hey, you know how my grandma died?"
Yeah, I said, do you remember that event in my life? And you're like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, she left me $2,500. Like, we can probably put that to the film. That's what she would have wanted. And then you were like, oh, okay, man. And now you think it's funny, but at the time you were
like, because the way you said it, like, hey, like you said, it was
how
such
am I
enthusiasm.
supposed to lead into that?
I don't know, just like, hey, you did. So I don't know, like how to tell you the way you say your family dies, but I wouldn't have said.
You
it
already
like that.
know she died, and it was.
I know, but it was your grandma though. So just the way you said it was funny.
No, I didn't say. I said, hey.
I didn't
Ed.
say it was heartless or anything like that. I just said it was funny.
I said, hey, Ed, do you remember how my grandma died?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, she left me $2,500. Now it's a big joke, apparently, to you.
It is. It's hilarious.
How?
It's the way you said it. It's just, they said it the same exact old school Alex Setzer way when you start a topic. That's all. It was just funny.
You're acting really insensitive right now.
I'm not acting insensitive. Don't fucking flip this on me. I'm just saying.
You should probably report him to.
I'm going to report this to YouTube. Once you post this, I'm going to be like,
I don't even think it matters.
You're going to flag it.
We're getting just as much views as if we were to be red flagged.
Yeah, you're one viewer.
One view per video.
is going to be very upset when he rewatches this.
It's going to be one dislike.
Yeah, one dislike.
Like on that video.
I'll be like, everyone on this panel sucked, except the guests. It's pretty cool.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Yeah. So, I remember you telling me, I'm like, okay, so we got money. and let's do 2 cameras then.
Well, no. First, we wanted to go for the C200.
Yeah.
We
remember
usually
that.
work with a C100, and then we're like, okay, let's get a
let's
C200.
upgrade. Yeah,
let's
let's
bump it
upgrade.
up. Let's ramp this up a notch.
But that's a whole different animal, isn't it? Like just in terms of what you have to
C200?
use.
Yeah, it's a different beast.
Really? I thought it was like just a lot similar.
Well, in terms of like the
It's
storage for like the
similar,
like
but
the memory.
it shoots like
similar,
similar.
not simular.
Simulate. Let's simulate in this similar atmosphere. No, it's similar in terms of its look, but it's got just better features to it. But that's a whole different conversation in itself. But yeah, like we wanted to do that, but it was way more expensive to rent. So
And that
we
probably
just-
would have bogged down the amount of time we would spend
Well,
on shots.
The thing is,
we
like,
had more shots in this one. I feel like too, right?
we did. We had more shots, and I was thinking like if we used the C200, the shots would be beautiful, but we wouldn't be able to get as much as we wanted because they take 4K, so it takes much more space,
Really.
and B, we would only have 1 camera,
Yeah.
so we wouldn't get as much.
Yeah,
shots.
it's
So-
awesome when you have the 2 cameras and you could just put one on the side just for backup coverage, just in case you need it.
Exactly.
And especially for that fight scene, dude.
Yeah.
Like I was really nervous about that. I didn't think we were gonna get all the coverage we needed for that fight scene, but it turned out pretty good.
It was
I
really
think
cool.
at least.
Yeah, same. And so so with this third one, it's just, I mean, I know it's up in the air, but
Yeah, it's floating around. Tiffany wrote a script, and then I wrote a script. And
And
the
then for
Coyotes were
this-
losing 2-0.
Oh.
And so I'm gonna send her the script. I keep telling myself I'm gonna send her the script. I'm gonna have to send her the script now. Once she's gonna see this podcast, she'll be like, "What the hell? I didn't get a script yet."
she'll probably get it by the time this comes out.
Who knows,
Hopefully.
dude?
I gotta edit this shit still.
hopefully I'll get it to her eventually. Because I keep saying I'm gonna text her first and then send her the script that night, thinking like I'm gonna have to after.
Yeah.
that. But I never text her, so I never complete step 1. So I don't feel burdened by not doing step 2.
Ah.
But I should do step 2.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I don't know. I'll probably send it tonight.
But
But
you
who
got like a basis, a concept, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want to spoil anything, but
for sure.
people are gonna get jacked in this movie, dude.
Awesome.
People are gonna get. It's gonna be some serious
Awesome.
serious killings, dude.
Serious damages.
Yeah, some
So,
major
like,
damage.
You always told me the second one was sexier and funnier and more action.
I just said sexier. I
More
said
sexier.
it was more action.
More.
But
So
I think the first one's a little funnier.
Yeah,
I think the first one has better jokes to it.
you think so?
I think so.
I think they're both similar. There we go. Similar.
Dude,
You
you
know
just
I
set
say-
it up. Dude.
I say the way how I say shit. I don't care. But it's. I think it's both. They're both equally as funny.
I don't know.
But whatever.
Thanks.
I don't know,
That's not a bad thing.
No, that's a good thing.
it's-
If we're staying consistent,
Yeah.
I'd rather it be like that.
Yeah.
For
although
sure.
I will say it's a different feeling when you're actually at the premiere, having to watch people and wait and see if they laugh
What their
at,
reactions
yeah,
are.
at all the stuff that they're supposed to.
I hate it.
And then
I
laugh
I
at
hate
it's
it.
the worst
It's
feeling in
I
the
stayed
world.
out. I try to stay outside.
Yeah.
He's like, you go in there and watch the movie. Casey made me watch it. He's like, I'm gonna buy you a beer and you're gonna watch that movie. I don't care.
Which one was this, for the second or the, first
second.
one?
Because he's like, you made me watch the first one again. I'm gonna make you watch the second.
Oh, it was was it the same type of audience? Was it the same amount of audience?
No, the second one had a lot less.
The second one had less audience. Ugh, that sucked.
thought that we filled out the whole theater. didn't
I
we?
don't think so.
Oh.
I don't remember. I think we had about like 50, 60 people.
Oh, okay.
The first one had I think first one packed in. I
First
think.
one was over.
Yeah, it was like 80.
Yeah.
But
First
we
one
filled
had a lot of
like
people.
every seat in the theater.
In what, the first or second?
The first one.
First one, I think we did. I
Yeah.
think people were standing in the back, you know?
Yeah.
You stand- oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I was.
Yeah, the first one was over. What do they call it? Over capacity almost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a
but-
lifeboat on the Titanic, dude.
Yeah. So I mean,
Which brings us to our next topic, the Titanic.
Oh,
Did it really
Jesus
sink?
Christ. I mean, it's at the bottom of the ocean.
Really? Have you seen it?
I mean, do I have to?
I don't know. I mean,
Are you one of those like conspiracy theorists?
yeah,
that need to believe
I'm a
it?
Titanic denier. It was all faked.
It's all CGI.
Just start a war with us in Britain. That never happened.
It's all CGI directed by Kubrick.
Yeah. In 1912.
1912. Kubrick is he's really a what do they call it? Invincible.
Like immortal?
He's immortal. Yeah.
Immortal.
I don't know about that. He's pretty. His films are, but enough about Stanley Kubrick. And the Titanic.
Immortalized. I mean, you watch Titanic a lot, so.
I love the Titanic. I love that movie.
Did you go see the remake when it came out in theaters again?
What, the 3D version?
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
I paid like $15 to go see it.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Not really 3D. There wasn't much 3D action in it. It was kind of just still 2D.
I was gonna ask how the experience was.
What parts of it would make it 3D?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
That's why I thought it was weird that they made it 3D. But I'm like, I'm gonna fucking see it on the big screen. That's what I want. I want to see it on the big screen.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I never got to see it on the big screen. It came out like 97. I was just like one.
I did. I was like,
Here we go.
No,
Bragging
no.
again.
a humble brag. I went to go see it at theaters. It was all right. It was
Oh,
long. I
great,
remember it being
dude.
really fucking long.
Dude, I think it is amazing. I don't think it feels its length.
Really?
No, I don't think it does. I think
you need more Jack and Rose action.
a little bit, yeah.
Wait, so is it true that Jack could have fit on that piece of wood that they were floating on?
Yeah.
Or no? Yeah.
Well,
So-
scientifically, probably, yeah.
Yeah,
For
okay.
the script, no, because it would have made sense if he survived. It like, oh, what a happy ending. That would not have felt like a Titanic movie. Like everyone else fucking died, but this
Those two
couple
lived.
This couple lives.
maybe if one had frostbite or something, it'd be
Yeah.
like,
DiCaprio needed to die.
yeah. he needed to die. No, man, but like you watch that movie, when the ship sinks, it still holds up.
Yeah, for sure.
It
Definitely.
still looks great.
I've noticed a lot of old movies with their practical effects then
Practical effects
are
hold
a
up better
lot
than
better.
CGI, dude.
Definitely agree with that.
I don't know why.
I have
like,
a lot
Star
more-
Wars still holds up.
Yeah, I have a lot more fun watching those movies than I do
Yeah.
with recent movies.
It's amazing. Like Star Wars, like I said, it still holds up. It still looks great.
So, like, say if you were given big budget money, would you definitely do practical,
I'd like to do practical.
even if it cost like more money and took
Does
longer?
it cost more money?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it doesn't cost that much as making CGI now, but I'm pretty sure it takes a
Because
lot
CGI,
longer.
you need a lot of people to make CGI shit.
For sure.
There's a whole team for that stuff.
There's like
sure.
a lot. Like,
But there's also a whole
people
team.
talk about how bad the economy is, and then you see all these people in CGI work.
Yeah,
It's like, come on.
those poor people too. Like they don't get paid.
They
get paid-
work their asses
Yeah,
off, dude, and
they
they
don't get
work
paid for
like
really lot.
And like the time frame is really short. Like, for example, Sonic was just remade
yeah,
because of
but
the whole
like
backlash, and that was done pretty quick.
but they actually delayed it too. They said let's
yeah.
not overwork these people because they could have done that. They could
Yeah.
have like overworked them a lot more, but
Yeah, 'cause
CGI is
that's crazy.
there's like teams of people. Like I'm talking like hundreds working
Yeah,
on CGI.
there's probably a team for Cats too, right?
Oh.
Yeah, because Cats is all
There we
like CGI. And
Did I talk to you about Cats recently?
no,
no, he said nothing about
no,
cats.
Cats hasn't been brought up till now.
Are you sure? I think I remember talking to you about Cats for some reason. I talked to someone about Cats.
Well, we talked about Cats before Christmas when we were outside for a little bit.
Okay, and
That
you
was-
said how it had a great cast.
It was pretty good cast, yeah.
James Corden.
James Corden, Taylor Swift, Rebel Wilson is in it, isn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
great cast, all-star cast.
Great all-star cast right there.
It's like a Tarantino movie.
But they all sing,
Ugh.
and they're all cats.
I fucking forgot what I was gonna bring up.
Oh, what cats?
No, not before cats came out.
It was a CGI and
Oh, right.
props.
Yeah. I was like, wait, if props take longer to, do they take longer? Would they take longer to make?
How the fuck do I know?
For not props, but for like practical effects.
I don't know.
If only we
And
had like
CGI.
a production designer to ask that
Yeah,
question to.
if
You know?
only a production
Oh.
designer named
Oh,
Michaela
Jesus Christ.
was our friend and might know.
We'll,
Hmm.
we'll bring her in next time for this
For podcast
pressing
episode
question.
6.
Episode 6.
Even
Was
though
it 6, 5, and 4? No, 6, 3. No, 3,
this is
4,
3,
and
5.
5.
This is 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, 3, 4, and 5 because I fucked up 3.
Then you fucked up 4, and then we'll see how someone's gonna fuck up 5.
So-
Somehow,
I'm just gonna
somewhat.
find out. We're gonna be like, what we got, an hour and 10. Someone's
Somehow.
gonna mess up now. Oh, gotta restart now.
Computer fucking crashes.
Dude, that one. I'd just go home. I'd be like, you know what? This was
done.
God. This is God's divine intervention. Be like, just stay off.
Like there goes the podcast.
So like, you know what? The stockholders don't want it. This is why they're pulling all their money out, dude.
No, but I think I was gonna mention about like since you're making Unscrewed 3, or since this was coming out, like I'm pretty sure you had you do have other projects in the work. This was what I was gonna bring up. That and a big announcement you fucking just laid out on me today is you might enter.
Oh no, I don't want to talk about that.
You don't want to talk about this?
Not really. Well, it's not like a for sure thing.
But it's a thing though, nonetheless.
Well,
I think he just wants to save it until the next time he's on the show.
Till it's a guaranteed thing.
Well, no, it's like now it's like seems like it's a big deal.
It's a life decision.
It is a life decision, but it's not like I'm dabbling in it. I might do it, I might not. You know, I don't want it to be like it's.
Well, I'm not saying it's a concrete, but it's still you're thinking about it.
Well, okay, I might join the military
The Navy or Air Force.
or not Coast Guard.
Well, I mean, what's the difference? You know, you join, you get drafted. We're all going to Iran, so.
That's what he said.
I just would love to see me on boot camp, like just like a gelatinous mess. And they're gonna be like, "You gotta get in shape." I'll be like,
Nope.
"Dude, you sound like my father."
The sergeant just screams at you, and you just.
I'll be like,
you know,
"What? Come on, man. Dude,
I'm
do
gonna
you
put
need a
it.
beer or something."
It's like, I'm gonna put in my 2 weeks notice.
Yeah. You kicked me out of the Christmas party. This is it.
Like, if I don't get a
Quit.
Secret Santa in this fucking area, motherfucker.
I'm gonna discharge honorably. It's gonna be a dishonorable discharge. Or wait, dishonorable discharge.
It's a dishonorable discharge because I didn't get in the Secret
Yeah.
Santa. Fucking military.
No.
Yeah, man. That's. I mean, I know it's not a given.
It's not a for sure thing.
not a for sure
I'm
thing,
just
but
gonna
it's-
see like the opportunities that it can provide and everything. 'Cause
so with this.
I just realized I'm a film major and I'm like, holy shit,
Oh, shit.
opportunities aren't always there.
Yeah.
So would this happen if the Survivor thing didn't happen?
Well,
Well,
what do you-
Survivor's still a good while away, isn't it? 'Cause
I-
this upcoming season
like
is,
if the military is like, hey, we want you in the military. And I'll be like, okay, cool. And Survivor said, we want you on Survivor. I'm going to go on Survivor. No doubt about it, dude. I want
Good
to go on
choice.
Survivor more than anything else right now. I feel like that is like my biggest goal in life. I watch Survivor every night. I don't know
funny.
why. I just do.
Hey, man, it's your passion. It's what you're
for
passionate
some-
about.
Sick
Why
reason
is
it is, dude. I got to be on this show.
What compels you?
Just everything about it, dude. Like, first of all, that will get me into shape, man. They don't eat shit. They just eat rice, man.
Whatever's on there.
They eat rice and coconut. They get like a bag of rice, some beans, maybe, and then you're up.
To have to fend for themselves,
Yeah,
huh?
you can fish. They give you if you win a challenge, you get a spear. You know,
Okay.
like a fishing spear.
To fish.
And then you can also find coconuts. You know, but like, dude, people are like eating rats on that show.
Where the fuck they usually land them at?
They used to like in the earlier seasons, they used to like have new locations. So they did Tocantins and Gabon and Samoa, but now it's pretty much all Fiji.
Oh,
They're
wow.
They went to Cambodia once, but like, I mean they're like out in the wilderness. Like there's no one around them. And if you win a challenge, sometimes you get like some steak and stuff.
Okay.
But
Like a
like
nice
no, they're
little
for most of their
reward.
meals like they eat a cup of rice a day, like a cup of rice,
Jeez.
and that's it.
God.
And that's it. It's amazing how like, and they're like just so stressed because they only sleep like 4 hours a night too, and they're hungry and they're like just so stressed out the whole time because they feel like everyone's trying to vote them off. It just seems like a lot of fun. It's like paranoia amped up 100, dude.
Oh my god.
I gotta be a part of it, dude. I would make such great moves, dude. I'd make the best moves. My moves would be unforgettable.
Make the best moves. That's
Yeah.
funny.
But
Well, I mean, can't help but wish you the best on that, man. Because I mean, you recorded a one.
two.
You recorded one, and then that didn't get in, and you asked me to record the other one, and then we recorded that second one. And
The second one's really good. Everyone I've shown likes it. Dude.
Yeah, the second
I'm
one.
afraid to show my parents it.
Why?
Because I swear a lot in it. That's why I'm not going to show them this. But
I mean, like, I hope you get in. Like,
Yeah,
that's a
I
good
think-
fucking video to submit into.
I thought it was really, everyone I've seen, or everyone that I've shown it to really likes it. They
I
think
mean,
like, yeah, that's totally.
Honestly, the only way to get me to tune into something like that is to see if you made it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Like,
like,
then
if
I'd
I'm
watch
on
it
the
every
show, you're
day.
probably going to watch it.
I'd
no
watch
doubt.
it every
Yeah.
every episode.
You too, Martin, right?
I would watch it until you lose or win.
Exactly.
Probably lose. But who knows? I might win. I might pull a fast one on the people and win.
Because we can't watch you when you're in the Navy.
Well, no, I can't. I won't be on it in the Navy.
Right.
I got to be in the Navy.
Exactly. If
You
you're in
could
the
always
Navy,
just
no one
live
can
stream.
see you.
Just live stream your stuff in the Navy.
They won't let you.
No, I mean, like, I can't, like, take 39 days off to go on Survivor when I'm in the Navy.
No, I'm saying while you're in the Navy, just live stream all your drills and your
No,
combat.
I want to vote people off, man. I want to blindside some people. I want to break some hearts.
Because that's vintage Alex Setzer.
Yeah. Being just an asshole, apparently. That's vintage Alex Setzer.
But yeah, man. Well, I mean, fuck yeah, dude. Like, well, till then, like, it's Virtual Album and
Yeah, I still want to shoot
Unscrewed
Veritrum album. Hopefully me and Zach can talk soon.
Yeah.
Zach, if you're hearing this,
So
please
yeah,
call
like,
me.
we got
can
Zach involved.
We'll get Andrew Tugas in there.
And get Andrew. Hopefully,
Martin, you want to get on it? Editing?
Me, Aiden has to be a
Aiden,
part
your
of
best
it.
Get the crew back together.
Dude, you got to get him and Aiden on the show together, dude.
I wish I could.
You can't. Aiden doesn't want to do it?
I don't think Aiden is available.
Why not?
He's busy.
He's very busy.
Really?
But I've tried reaching out and I have gotten out a reply
I see him
back.
posting memes like every day.
His memes are fucking awesome.
That's his job, isn't
Dude,
it?
his yeah,
I think it is.
He
just
just posts
scoping
memes.
the web for the most fucked up memes he can find and then
Yep.
posting it.
And then gets his check and then leaves.
There you go.
Cashes
Dude,
out.
he's got like some of the funniest memes ever. I'm like, Nick, you gotta see this. Dude. And Nick's like, what the hell is that? I'm like, it's what Aiden posted. He's like, who the fuck's Aiden? I'm like, this is Aiden.
This is Aiden.
This is Aiden. Just in
This is
meme
his
form, dude.
essence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to get the band back together and do this, dude. Because
Gotta get Casey on here.
Wait,
I hope he'll be available by the time that we shoot it.
since we're still on Aiden, or we just were. Did you guys ever see that video he made? It was like a TV show,
Yeah,
and someone's dying, like in like the scene.
it was.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's like a
god,
laugh
Boy
track.
Meets
Oh,
World.
it's a Boy Meets
and he
World.
put the inappropriate laugh track in it. And they're
That's
like,
what I remember.
he's dead. And then you just a laugh track come up. That's funny. I don't care.
Yeah,
who you are.
that's what I
I'll
remember.
fucking put that on. I'm gonna put a cue on that on the podcast.
It would only be
just
better if it
exactly
was
go-
the Kawhi Leonard laugh.
Oh my god.
Oh, I wish we would have done that for Unscrewed. Like, we just put a laugh track, and then it was just Kawhi Leonard.
We could make that Greg Wrongs.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Greg Wrongs laugh. Screw 3.
so, yeah. You got to get Aiden on here. Probably
Aiden.
Tiffany.
Tiff.
She fucking swerved me when I asked her. Like, cause I remember talking to her on Twitter, and then
She's in the Odd Days gang, dude.
she's in the Odd Days gang, but not in the Peaks
She
and
doesn't
Valleys.
fuck with the Peaks and Valley
No,
crew,
we're-
dude. She's
we're-
like, I'm Odd Days.
We're not on
strong,
her
dude.
level. like legit. Like I try to reply, she's like, I'm like, so our next one would be Alex, and then she's like, oh, we'd love to hear that, and I'm like, well,
Oh God,
and I'm like,
that's a shot at me.
yeah, like, oh, okay, here, let me bring it up on Twitter, because it was not too long ago on Twitter here, where like I don't think she meant to swerve me, but she still did it, and that still counts as a
See,
swerve.
let's start some controversy.
I'm not trying to start
See?
a controversy. It's just
Hey,
the
hey,
rule.
Tiff.
we're at war now with what's
one
that
of
other
our
show?
lead
Odd Days.
actors.
Yeah, Odd Days.
The Odd Days.
Hey, Derek and Tiffany, you better get.
Derek is fucking biking now. Did you see that with his new motorcycle and his squad?
What?
Yeah, he bought a bicycle, dude, and now he's like doing cross Arizona. with
Derek Gilmore?
Yes. Have you seen his Instagram?
Oh,
Yeah, dude. He bought a bicycle and he's like fucking doing road
why you
trips.
keep
and
calling it a
shit.
bicycle? Call it a
A
motorbike.
motorcycle or a bike, whatever.
I keep
Bicycle.
thinking he's like,
He's-
keep thinking
he's
he's like Lance
pedaling.
Armstrong.
Like doing the Tour de Force.
Yeah.
I just know what to call it as a bicycle, motorcycle,
Bicycle.
whatever. Just
Ugh.
tomato. It's the same difference.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool, man. Is he still doing Odd Days, right?
Yeah, he's still. I think he just released one.
Oh, really?
He released one on Spotify too. I gotta figure out how to do that.
What
There
Tiffany
it is.
say?
So here it goes. Like she tweeted something out. Sells soul for $800 on a sandwich. It really be like that out here. And then I was like, was it? And she's like, it was actually 800 and a chicken parmesan. Important decision. And then I tweeted in, at least you have a caching. I have no clue what that was. At least you have cash to burn. Alex Setzer was almost scammed out of $800 because you almost got scammed out of $800 from a bum that one time.
Well, no, not scammed out. He just asked me to lend him $840.
Yeah, I think that's a scam.
I was like on Mill, and he's like, "Hey, can I borrow $840 from you?" I'm like, "What?" And I looked at my checking account that day, or my bank account. I only had $839.
Oh.
Literally. So I'm like, "Nope, dude, I cannot help you out."
So I told her that, and she's like, "True, haha. I need to hear that story next time I see you two." Well, that story has now been heard, and I'm like, "Future podcast."
And what'd you say?
And insinuating maybe we have a podcast with her, and she's all like, "I'd listen to it," and that's it. So.
I don't think you were clear enough.
Yeah,
I
think that was kind of confusing.
Yeah, now you're trying to defame her.
I'm not trying to defame her. I'm just
That's like where you fucked up the third podcast and then you muted Martin on the fourth to defame him. So apparently you're just going around defaming people.
I am not defaming
to boost
people.
you up to
that
keep
was
your
kind of,
image correct.
That is your point of view.
That was kind of confusing.
Like, this was my future podcast, like, as in getting you and her in to talk.
Yeah, I bet she was like, what the fuck does he mean by that?
Like, maybe a podcast.
And then she just wanted to end it, like, just be like, this
Like-
guy is just being fucking weird. He's sending cryptic messages like he's like an alien civilization across the Milky Way.
What?
Like, you're just don't send her. Just ask her to be on the show.
I wasn't trying to be cryptic.
Tiffany, Ed, and Martin want you on the show. Okay,
That's the simple question.
there you go.
Okay, I'll ask
If
that
she
next
says,
time.
"I'd love to see that," maybe she's swerving you. Okay, now she might swerve you. But before, you were just.
I don't know. At the moment, it felt like a swerve. Like, maybe she just didn't want to be on that.
I wish
felt
I
it
was
was
around him
clear
when
enough.
he read that message. He was like, "What the hell? Did she just swerve?" Like, I'm just confused.
I was confused, but I was laughing at the same time. I was like,
Maybe she doesn't know
even
this
though,
podcast
because like, look,
exists.
it was by accident, obviously, and you could still like let's say I wanted to give you a high five and you still leave me hanging, even though you didn't see me, you still left me hanging, no matter what.
Well, no, it's like if you blindfold someone and then you're like, then you put your hand up for a high five. They're not swerving you. They don't fucking see it, Ed.
They may not see it, but you still left them hanging. Regardless.
They didn't see it.
Yeah,
Even though they didn't see
because
it,
you
it's
put
still
a
left
blindfold
hanging.
around them.
I didn't put a blindfold over anybody. I just left
Look,
my hand
Ed,
open.
there's a
They
simple
didn't see
explanation
it.
for this. You're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
You're wrong.
It is what it is. Look, when I put if someone sees me put a hand up, but to give someone a high five, but that person didn't see it and they left, you're still gonna laugh because like, aha, you didn't see you give a high five. That's still being left hanging.
Martin, so how you doing? All I'm saying is you gotta get Tiffany on this. Probably Derek if he wants to dabble in getting interviewed. You know, you might have an odd days rival here, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he wants to have something impede on his.
I think
odd days.
we should just have like a crossover
Yeah,
episode.
you
know?
mentioned that before.
You know, like how they do on like shows. It's the crossover episode.
Do they have crossover shows on podcasts?
Yeah, Timmy Turner's.
Yeah, Timmy
The
Turner.
the Power Hours.
Yeah, the Power Hours.
Yeah, but these are prestigious, well-known podcasts. Our podcast.
First of all,
to be
those are
honest.
cartoons on Nickelodeon.
yeah.
Well, then that's a fucking cartoon,
But it's a crossover.
Yeah, it's a
but it's not a
crossover episode.
podcast.
I don't know if they do podcast. Maybe you're breaking new ground here. Okay.
That'd be something, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's a new idea that has
Doing
been
something
thought of.
actual new. Wow.
And you probably should get Casey on here.
Well,
Casey.
DC.
he texted me while he was at his family gathering. He was high while doing it.
Okay, just incriminate him.
Oh God.
Probably have to edit this out, but yeah, he texted me saying like, "Hey man, like we should hang out soon." I'm like, we should have you on the podcast, and if we're gonna hang out next time. And he's like, "Whenever," and I'm like, "All right, cool." So yeah, he's definitely down to do it. Obviously,
Okay, should get Jake Castaldo on here.
I
Jake
would love to
Castaldo.
get Jake Castaldo.
Dude,
on
he
here.
is just a little ball of energy, dude. He would. I feel like he'd have to censor almost everything he
I-
says because
oh,
he'd
God.
be incriminating himself.
I'd want that. Like, I'd want everything that Jake Castaldo would have to say on a podcast.
Dude, Stefan would be great on a podcast, dude.
Too bad he's in Florida.
Never told anyone, dude.
I still remember how you told him about the whole like premiere and stuff.
Yeah, I was like, hey, you want to come to the premiere? He's like, oh man, I don't think I could take time off work. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, sure, you can't. Like, I could pick you up or something. He's like, oh shit, you didn't know I live in Florida now. I'm like, no, I didn't. Which makes me think he might have flown down just to see this 20-minute movie.
You would have to assume that.
And I was like, this guy has dedication to the Unscrewed series.
Well, it was just impressive what he did. Like, he had the car crash, right? And then he went and filmed with us?
Dude, yeah. He was just got in a car. We had to pick him up.
We had to pick him up every
Which was
morning.
pretty annoying at like 6 in the morning. And I'm like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
And then I had drinking a Red Bull, dude.
Oh.
I drank so much Red Bull when I was filming, dude. I was buying like 8 packs, dude.
And then there was that one day where he was so dressed in his, I think it was his gear from the movie.
We dropped him off, and he's like, "You could just drop me off at QT right here."
Quick trip.
So I need to pick up something, and he's like wearing a Dragon Ball Z shirt and like those blue pants.
The pants and
I'm
everything.
I'm like, dude, are you sure? He's like, no, I'll be fine. And he's like carrying his clothes in there too. And we're like, okay, man. And he just left right in there and walked in. I'm like, dude, that guy might get punched, dude. He's wearing a big ass Dragon Ball Z shirt.
Oh, so great. I remember that.
Yeah, dude, he was awesome. Dude. You should get everyone from the Unscreweds in there, dude. You know,
I mean, if
Faith.
he doesn't mind flying down here to do a podcast,
He would do it, dude. He's like, oh man, I
don't
can't
doubt
take the
it.
day off, but I might next week, dude.
I don't
I'll fly
doubt
out here
it.
for an hour to do a podcast.
Like, you can pick me up from the airport. We'll do this thing.
Worst case, we can just get him over Skype.
Yeah.
Oh god,
Sure.
Hunter's probably gonna be here eventually.
Yeah, Hunter.
Hunter. Well, yeah, we still want to get Hunter on to do.
Basically, most of those people on that board behind you.
Oh shit! Still haven't erased it.
John, Shay, Martin,
Faith, Tiff,
Martin.
Jake, Martin, Ed.
fucking Trey.
Trey.
Get Trey and Seth on a podcast, dude. They're
Get
like
them
the
both on the
Sufi
podcast.
gang, dude.
Actually, Seth asked to be on the podcast too, so I
Really?
definitely
Yeah,
gotta
dude. Get
on
Seth on,
him.
dude.
I gotta get him on. He
He's
needs.
probably gonna say some good
I
stuff
would
about
love to
Last
have
Jedi.
him on. Definitely.
Yeah, dude. Get him
Have-
and dude. Fucking get him and. Does that Trey together, dude? That just seems like a dynamic show, dude.
Trey is doing his own little YouTube thing now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's doing a.
Oh, you got another rival now.
Yeah, well, it's like.
Is
it's
it a
different.
podcast?
It's not a podcast. It's like it's a
Web
let's
show?
play. It's like almost like a let's play thing.
Fuck's that?
It's
Like
when you,
iCarly?
when
Video
you,
games.
When you play video games while commentating on you're playing video games.
Oh, Extreme?
What?
Don't you? Isn't that what Stream is?
Extreme? No, I don't.
No,
I've never heard of
he
that.
plays games, but he like records himself playing games, and then you can watch it.
What's
Almost like
stream? What's stream?
Yeah, like streaming.
Yeah.
It's not, but he isn't streaming live. It's,
Yeah, but it's just
he's recording.
It's
it.
it's the same as stream.
I
Only
thought you
it's
said
not live.
extreme.
no. You
That's
freak.
what I thought too.
Stream.
Saying, oh, I pronounce weird shit.
You say similar,
Similar.
which isn't a fucking word. At least
Simular.
extreme's a word.
Similar.
You should get Johnny on the show too, dude.
Oh, definitely.
You got like a whole James Lloyd would be a good one.
James Lloyd, John Hull. The thing is, all these guys live
Andrew
the exact
Trugas.
opposite direction I do.
Exactly.
Well,
So
they live in
it's so
civilization, and
tough.
you live on the outskirts of civilization.
Yes, I
like
live
a
on the
mountain man.
If there's a bright center in the galaxy,
You're the farthest thing from it.
I'm the farthest.
You
from.
might as well just do a Survivor Whitman edition out here. Dude. Like you were so on the outskirts of society.
I would
of
have you
Phoenix,
as my
dude.
first star. Good practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll see if I can get some of these dudes. If I can just get like even a quarter of them on, that'd be great.
You just aim for trying to get most of that list, dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
dude.
I mean, I talked.
Hey, you can get
I go
Bruce.
see Trey tomorrow.
For what?
He wants me to do a video of him and John, not Johnny, him and Thomas playing a game while they're drunk.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
It's called drunk gameplay. Usually, yeah, people do that on YouTube. So, like, all right, I'll do that.
You know what they're drinking?
No,
Didn't
but
tell you ahead of time?
I'm pretty sure it's liquor.
Dude, that's gonna be wild.
So,
That's what we need on this one, dude.
So,
well, I didn't bring beer this time.
no, you didn't. We should have done that.
The first time we did it,
He's
the failed
sober.
time.
You're
I'm
sober.
sober. So. That's why I can actually finish coherent and make coherent sentences. Apparently I can actually.
like you're still fucking up.
But yeah, we got to get all these people on, dude.
Yeah, I would love Derek on if
You
you
gotta have-
because I text him saying, Derek, like if you want me on there, I would love to be a guest. He's like, for sure, buddy. I mean, he hasn't got back to me since.
That's a swerve. That's a swerve.
But it's whatever. I still love him.
Damn it.
But I would love to have him on too.
Tampa Bay scored again. Coyotes
Oh,
down 3-0.
Unfortunate. Well, I guess we should end this podcast so you can get to the game.
It's in the second period. It's too late now.
But yeah, man. So definitely love to have you on again and again and again, no matter how many times.
Yeah, watch this. This is gonna be like the
Eighth,
only. Yeah, we're gonna have to
eighth
do,
time.
probably have to do another one, dude.
You said you wanted to be a regular on here, so
I'm gonna have to be, but none are gonna be put on the fucking air, dude, because they're gonna keep getting deleted or malfunctioned. I don't know.
corrupted data,
Whatever, dude.
corrupted the files.
It's a hoax, dude.
Uh,
It's just to keep the man down, dude.
All right. So yeah, man, definitely love to have you on again. It was really fun. It's really fun talking to you on these things
Oh, thanks, man.
because I know you have so much to say.
Yeah.
But
Let's just transition out as
yeah.
quick as we
Well,
can.
anything you got going on for you, like anything where people could find you doing some shit,
I don't know.
anything,
I'll be on the street corner of McDowell and
dancing.
McDowell and Scottsdale if you wanna. I'll be there, but besides that, no.
All right.
No, you can find me on Facebook
There you go.
and Twitter and all that bullshit.
Your Twitter.
I don't have TikTok, so I'm sorry.
Neither do
America.
I.
Hopefully, you'll find me on Survivor soon.
Survivor. Cool. Martin, anything you got to plug?
Basically, just what the podcast has. So
Yeah.
that's basically my Twitter. And
Yeah, okay.
my
Twitter.
Instagram.
Twitter. Peaks and Valleys. It's Peaks and AN Valleys. At
What?
twitter.com. Yeah. Well,
There's not a D in it.
I couldn't because apparently it's taken.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have to get certified to rectify that.
Oh no.
To correct that. Yeah, I know it sucks, but yeah. And then there's Peaks and Valleys podcast on YouTube, so there's that too. You could follow me at ersname at twitter.com, and then I also have humanrobot youtube.com. But that's to our 1 or 2 fans who probably already know that. But anyways, it was fun hanging out with y'all again. It was good talk. Till next episode. Peace.
Thanks for listening.